is Pastor Cindy Jacobs, and welcome to day 3 of our 19 days of devotions. I want to remind you to please like, subscribe, and press the bell button for future notifications of videos. Please feel free as well to share the videos with family members, friends, and those whom you think need to be encouraged, and let us spread the hope. I'm going to read to you from Mark 4:9, and it says, "Then Jesus said, 'He who has ears to hear, let him hear.'" There's a big difference between hearing and listening. You can hear something without truly listening and understanding. Listening requires concentration. It requires action because it's something you consciously choose to do. There may be many voices within your life, and you may feel drowned by the noise that these voices bring. Stop listening to every voice. You can't pay attention to every single voice. Quiet yourself and start listening to truth. Listen to the fact that you are not useless. Listen to the fact that you are more than an overcomer. Listen to the fact that you can't keep hiding who you are. You need to be the difference in order to make the difference. Start listening to what matters and stop entertaining voices that steal from who you are. Now, as many of you know, that right now within South Africa, we are within our 21-day lockdown period. And I wanted to use this example in the sense of hearing and listening. Many people have heard, we listen to the President's address when he speaks to us as the nation, and we hear what he's saying. He's asking everybody to stay in their homes. But unfortunately, that has not been the case with each and every person, because unfortunately, people have not taken it seriously. They have still gone out and they're doing what they want to do. And for some people, life is going on as normal as possible. And I look at the situation and I ask myself, but what is the difference between those who are staying in their homes and those who are not? And the question comes to mind, or the thing that was really ringing within my mind was listening versus hearing. There are some people that listen, and there are some people that hear. Now there's a big difference between the two. As I read before, the one is I am hearing, but I'm not really paying attention. The other one is I'm listening to pay attention and to act on what has been said. And this is something that is not really just something that we find within our current situation. It could be something that happens within your life where important things are brought over to you, where you really need to pay attention and listen. Just because someone sits and they look at you does not mean that they are listening. I know that from my kids. Telling them to clean their room and to do the chores is not always something that they listen or act upon. They hear me, yes, mommy, I will do it. But when I check again, there's no action. So the difference between hearing and listening is basically based on action. Have I listened? And that will then determine if there's action. I want to also bring another point into the story as I'm just sharing with you, is that there are certain voices or certain people, or let me say this, there are two kinds of people. There are people that make any voice relevant in their lives. And then there are people that have no voices relevant in their lives. And both of these people are dangerous because both of them need to listen to the right voices. And so my question to you this day is, what voices are you listening to? And what voices are you ignoring? Because there are certain truths in our lives that we cannot ignore. There are certain responsibilities that we need to take on based on listening. Are you hearing or are you listening? Because based on that, we will see your action. I want to encourage you, and especially our fellow South Africans, that during this time of lockdown, listen to the voice of the President. Listen to the voice of the country, and let us stand together as a nation and not just be hearers, but let us be doers. And let us take it serious that as we unite as a country, we are listening to make the country better. Hearing doesn't bring action, listening does. God bless you, and thank you for listening to this section or this session of Changing Perspectives. I want to encourage you to call on me or to contact me on cindy.jacobs@mweb.co.za. If you'd like a copy of my book, you can contact me and I will get you a copy of my book. But let us chat further tomorrow in our next session. God bless and have a wonderful day.